Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Keys to the Jet, your favorite podcast. Let's see. Thank you. Hope everyone is having a great weekend. If it's your first time here, well, then, if it's your first time here, we're a podcast that talks about anything aviation, anything military, and anything that I want to fucking talk about. I hope everyone is doing well. I think I already said that to you all. So yeah, let's get right into it. It's gonna be a good one. Let's see how long. Let's see how far I can get this episode. Let's switch over here. It's going to be a good one. We're going to go through. I'm going to take you on a little journey. And then we're going to go this day in aviation. And then we're going to go into some news. And then, we're going to talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about. If you're a long-time listener, first-time caller, thank you. I love you all for supporting us for so long. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. All right. Welcome back to another episode of Keys to the Jet, where we talk about aviation history, and occasionally a little green men from outer space have been crashing into the U.S. Now I know what you're thinking. Red, aliens are real, and they've been out there crash landing in our backyards, just like my old Ford Escort on its last leg. Well, buckle up, because today we're diving into 10 UFO crashes that have happened or supposedly happened in the U.S. of A. And let me tell you, these aren't your average drunk guy in a UFO type of crash. No. These are the real deal, or at least that's what the conspiracy theorists say. And if you believe in aliens, well, yeah. All right, let's get into number one. Let's kick this off. Let's see. I'm sorry. I have a little script sort of thing here. I'm not real good at this. Number one, the Roswell incident, 1947. Let's kick this off with the big one, Roswell, the OG UFO crash. This one went down in 1947, and folks around here are all still talking about it like it was yesterday. Picture this, a rancher in the New Mexico desert finds a debris field that definitely isn't a weather balloon. Though that's what the official story we got later, of course. He calls it in, and before you could say government cover-up, the military is in full gear, scooping up the wreckage and calling it nothing more than a weather balloon. But let's be real. When if weather balloons had shiny metallic materials and bits of alien tech? The military's quick cleanup squad practically sealed this case with a conspiracy stamp. Rumors fly that they took alien bodies and ship parts, and to this day, people are convinced the military is hiding the truth in a box labeled top secret alien technology. It was aliens, and of course, there's a famous weather balloon line that's about as believable as your friend who says he only drank 2 beers before getting behind the wheel. What do you think? Aliens? Or just another oops, we spilled something moment by Uncle Sam? I mean, I don't know. I wasn't alive back then. I can't say. Excuse me, I'm going to get some water here. All right, let's go into number two. Number two, the Kecksburg UFO back in 1965. Next up is the Kecksburg UFO crash, which happened in 1965 in Pennsylvania. A UFO that described as acorn-shaped came flying down and crashed into the woods, giving off a weird glow. Local residents were the first to get an eyeful, but it wasn't long before the military showed up, often as they do, and the UFO was quickly taken away for safekeeping. Now get this. Some folks swear they saw a military trick carting off a craft that looked like nothing on Earth. What did the military have to say about it? Oh, just simple. It was a meteor. Sure, because meteors are known for their aerodynamic acorn shapes, right? Not to mention, they said the glowing object was some sort of natural phenomenon that's turning the freaking frogs gay. I'll admit, a giant acorn falling from the sky makes perfect sense, except that it didn't. And I don't know that. Fast forward to today, and Kecksburg remains one of the top UFO mystery hotspots. So, what was it? Alien tech? A space capsule? Superman? Or maybe just some weird meteor that's still the most polite extraterrestrial object we've ever met? Like, remember the meteor on Joe Dirte? He thought it was like gold and stuff like that. He thought it was a meteor, but it just turned out to be a big old piece of shit. Remember that? He's like dipping his fries and stuff inside of it, man. That's crazy talk. Sorry, I'm drinking some water here. Drink some water. AMSR. AMSR. Was it a gift for you? Uh, wow. That's pretty good. That's we've only gone through two. Oh, the Shag Harbor incident is number three. Apparently, this happened in 1967. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I went to Chat GPT and to see if they would help me with this. Right? Okay. This is what they helped me with. So don't. I didn't make these up. These aren't off my own head. These are from my AI friend. I'll be transparent about that. I use it sometimes. I use it heavily to do things, and it's a tool. So I'm using it as a tool. Uh, yeah. All right. Jack Harbor incident. Heading north to Canada now for a little UFO mystery in 1967. That's not in the U.S. This is fucking North America. Whatever. Now I'm gonna talk Canadian, right? The Shag Harbor incident, eh? So picture it. You're in the peaceful Canadian wilderness, sipping maple syrup from a tree, when suddenly you see a UFO crash in the water. Naturally, a bunch of locals think they've seen something straight out of a sci-fi movie. But here's the kicker. The Canadian government, how'd they get their moose there so fast? That's what I want to know. How they pack it up on so many different mooses. They act like it's no big deal. I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation. It was just a fishing boat light. Or we've got a new type of moose that lights up at night, eh? But it gets better. Oh, the military investigates, sees nothing. They've got their best Canadian Yaxmas man on it. Let's see. No wreckage, no bodies, just a bunch of confused Canadians asking themselves, what's the deal with all these glowing objects in the sky, eh? No one ever figured it out. So to this day, folks are like, eh? Probably just an enthusiastic glowing beaver. Maybe it was the aliens version of the Bermuda Triangle and they were just taking a swim in the wrong part of the world. Wrong part of the world. That wasn't Canadian at all. I don't know what's going on today, man. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on here. But it wasn't even me. I didn't do this. You can't blame this on me. Okay. Okay. You can't blame me. Show me. I am not a. All right. Let's get into number 4. Number 4. All right. Is the Maury Island incident. Maury, like the dude who says that you are not the father. Island Island. Like Epstein. You know, the guy that didn't kill himself, the guy that, you know, didn't do any wrong or anything like that. You know, the guy who, that guy, Maury Povich. Did he hang out with Epstein? How many times did he have to tell people that Epstein sold in the sex trafficking? They are not the father, and they're like, woo, let's go. I don't actually know if they actually hang out with each other, so Maury. I'm just. Anyways, the Maury Island incident, 1941. All right, time for the Maury Island incident. Let's set the stage. It's 1941, and two guys, Harold Dahl and his buddy, who honestly could have been named just another guy in an UFO story. We're cruising along the coast of Maury Island in Washington State when they saw a flying saucer dumping molten metal into the water. Molten metal into the water? Why were they doing that? Yeah, molten metal. Because exactly how aliens carry their leftovers, they're just slinging hot slag everywhere. So the guys reported to authorities, and of course, the government sends some military guys to investigate. But here's the kicker: the military guy investigating the incident ends up dead after a plane crash a few days later. Now, I'm not saying aliens are responsible, but I am saying that this whole scenario has all signs of intergalactic. Oops, I didn't mean to kill that guy. Moment. The official story? Nobody knows. The weather balloon? Yeah, aliens just casually tossed molten metal into the water while sipping on a martini. No biggie, Maury. Maury Island remains one of the biggest, one of the most mysterious UFO events, with more than enough material to fuel some very confused conspiracy theories. Amazing what we get out of this. I don't even have a tinfoil hat on for this one. I don't have my tinfoil hat on. I forgot to put it on, guys. Later, let's go change. Right? Yeah. Yeah, this is exactly here. Let's go feed the ducks, dude. Oh, dude. Look at all these aliens in here, dude. Oh, yeah. Okay, dude. All right, dude. Number 5, dude. The Lubbock lights, bro. Okay. Like in 1951, we got off to Lubbock, Texas. Got a nice little show courtesy of a UFO that was apparently proxying for its intergalactic Broadway debut. But people saw a formation of bright lights moving in a perfect formation across the sky. Yeah, it was so orderly that it made the military start sweating like a kid who just realized they didn't study for the test. Oh, wow. The military, in true military fashion, dude, claimed it was just migrating birds. Birds? Information? What perfect with perfect lightings? Birds are always in formation, bro. Makes total sense, right? Birds are known for making geometrical patterns in the sky. Look, I'm no ophthalmologist, but I'm pretty sure birds aren't just for flying squadron, especially not ones with their own effects crew. Still, the government's stuck with the birds excuse, and the people of Lubbock, is that Texas? Had to settle for the idea that their town was being visited by something a little more coordinated than your average chicken crossing the road. Oh, should have used that the whole time. Damn, dude. Damn, bro. Cool. This is gonna sing a song about UFO. What? 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 Singing a song about UFO. Singing a song about UFO. What? Let's see if I can make it a song. The Aztec UFO incident was one of those stories that just screamed conspiracy theory. Oh, yeah. I'm just kidding. That's fucking stupid. My bad, bros. You know, there's a lot of cool UFO stories out there. I don't know them all. I know a few. I only know some. I don't really know fucking any, dude. I remember this one time when I was a kid, man. I thought I saw a UFO, dude. And then, like, I was like watching X Files. Remember X Files? That shit was crazy, dude. If you kept the light off, bro, and you stared out your window, you'd be like, "There's an alien! There's one right there!" And you would see like a fucking alien face, but then it just turned out to be your brother or sister, or dad, anybody. Really, it could have been a family member, a dog. And then you're like, "Oh my god, I'm never watching X Files again." Then you turn on X Files again, and it fucks you up, dude. Then you can't go to sleep for like 3 days. You're like, man, I don't want the aliens to come probe me. Maybe some people do, but when you're a kid, you really don't want them to probe you. Because first off, you probably don't know like what that is exactly, right? And because it doesn't sound great. And then secondly, like you're like, oh well, alien, it's an alien, you know? Crazy man. We could go for a few through. Let's see. This is in Australia. I don't know why we're talking about Australian ones, but we head across the pond to Australia, where in 1966, over 200 students in the faculty exchange for school in Melbourne saw a UFO flying low and fast. The scene wasn't just some lazy, leisurely UFO. It was zipping around like a squirrel in a Red Bull. Oh, good day, mate. Witnesses says it was you, Jay. Silver and darting or nor through the air like it had somewhere important to be. The UFO or UFO performed maneuvers that were too agile for a plane, zigzagging at breakneck speeds, eh? The military got involved, but surprise, no one ever got an explanation. Some said it was a plane. Others think it was a military test. I don't know about you, but I've never seen a plane do a quick 90-degree turn, smoking a cigarette, and making it C shape in the sky. After all, this UFO didn't exactly check the box for a mundane aircraft. Mystery still lingers. It wasn't aliens. Was it a secret government craft? Was it a UFO from the future? Trying to figure out why Australia's internet connection sucks. It couldn't have tried to do that because it was 1966 and there was no fucking internet. So I think it was a fucking boomerang, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Next one, number 7. Let's go. Woo! Get ready for one of the weirdest UFOs encounters. The Flatwoods Monster. In 1952, in a small town in West Virginia, a group of kids and their moms saw a UFO land in the woods. As they constantly approached the scene, they encountered a creature that was out of this world. Literally. This thing was about 10 feet tall with a strange glowing face, a dark green body, and it looked like it was wearing a shirt. Shirt. I guess the alien decided to come down from the cosmos wearing his best Sunday dress. What did the witnesses do? Run for their lives? Of course. After all, no one wants to be the one who gets stuck in aliens' weird fashion choices. The military showed up in a shocker. Found absolutely nothing, but no one's ever really been able to explain it. Maybe Flatwoods Monster was an alien in disguise, just trying to fit in. The local country folk, who knows? Maybe aliens really liked West Virginia's hospitality or its weird cryptid-filled reputation. It was visiting a cousin in the monster-fucking-filled forest of backwoods shit. Crazy. Listen, these stories are cool, dude, but like, and I'm just briefly touching on them, just a brief for a second. We can revisit them at a later date for fucking. We talk about the whole episode if you want to. We can talk about one alien for the entire episode if you want to. You know, like I think it'd be cool. Anyways, number 8, the Aztec UFO incident. This is in 1948. The Aztec UFO incident is one of those stories that just screams conspiracy theory with a side of unexplained. In 1948, a UFO reported crashed in the hills near Aztec, New Mexico. The craft was found with several dead alien bodies inside, and naturally, the military arrived and took everything. The wreckage bodies, probably a few aliens' personal belongings, and the neighborhood cat that always kept getting in trouble. Oh, it was a witness. They had to go neuralize his brain. The military quickly packed it all away under tight security. The story remained mostly quiet except for some whispers about the government had found. But the weirdest part, no one really knows what happened to the wreckage of the bodies. They probably put it in a U-Haul truck. Some believe they were stored in a secret facility. Oh, like one of those indoor storage units. Oh, world. Let's see. Stored and say, well, this thing is all just one big hoax. Whatever it was, it remains one of the most anticipated UFO incidents. We'll probably never know full story. But hey, let's just keep on tinfoil hats ready just in case. Pardon me. It'd be crazy if like some of those like indoor facilities were just a cover up to like store random UFO shit that they find. Like, oh, better fuck keep this away from the crazies. They'll kill people if they get a hold of this. You know? All right. Which one are we on? We're on number 9. Number 9. 1950 at the Great Falls UFO site. In 1950, there was a massive UFO sighting over Great Falls, Montana. The thing was a giant glowing object that was seen by multiple witnesses, including military personnel, who watched it fly across the sky. The UFO, ASMR, ASMR. Hold on. ASMR. That's what that is. Oh, listen. Can you hear this? That relax you? Are you relaxed now? Are you relaxed? Does this relax you? Hold on. Does this relax you? You hear that? That relax you? Is that relaxing? That's my monster can. Oh, that's okay. Where were we? Uh, yeah, nothing like. Let's see. The UFO was described as enormous and it moved with precision and speed that no aircraft could replicate. Object was tracked on radar, but when the military was investigated. Excuse me. It was gone. No wreckage, no debris, and the military's official response was nothing. Yeah, right. The only nothing buying is the one where I accidentally delete a file. I didn't mean to. What the fuck is that? Whatever it was, this UFO signing remains explained. Yeah, it remains explained. I just explained it to you. Unexplained. I can't read. Was it an alien craft? Was it something more terrestrial, intestinal? I don't know, but I do know when the military says nothing, you can pretty much guarantee the truth is somewhere between classified and we hope you forgot about this. Wow. Wow. We're on a collision course towards the end here, people. We're on a collision towards the end. And number 10, let's get to number 10. And then we got the Phoenix Lights, number 10, Phoenix Lights, one of the most well-known and recent UFO events in the U.S. Thousands of people in Phoenix, Arizona, greatest state in the union, witnessed a massive V-shaped formation of lights moving slowly across the sky. It was so big it could practically cover the entire city. And I'm pretty sure everyone in town had to cancel their dinner plans just to stare at the sky. The military complained they were just flares dropped by aircraft. But come on, flares don't float like that in a pattern. You ever seen a flare? You know it's more about boom and less than slow motion flight pattern. Some say it was a UFO. Others think it was a military craft of some sort. Whatever it was, still a mystery the people in Phoenix talk about, like happened yesterday. And who knows? Maybe they'll show up again, grab a taco. I mean, Phoenix is known for its food, right? Maybe they were just hungry. Yeah, those are my 10 UFO stories for the day. Again, we can pinpoint ones, single ones later. I just wanted to touch on a few today, whether they were in the US or outside the US. UFOs, do they exist? Are they real? Do they like tacos? Where do they like to visit more? What part of the US do they visit? Um, so, do they like the Southwest desert? Do they like the Midwest? Nobody likes it. Do they like the South? Potentially. But yeah, that's been my UFOs. So there you have it, folks. 10 UFO crashes, sightings, strange encounters that are enough to make you believe that maybe, just maybe, aliens are watching us or crashing into us. Either way, sure leaving a lot of messages for the military to clean up. Who knows what's next? Maybe the next UFO crash will happen in your backyard. You just better hope they don't mistake your porch for a landing pad. Until then, keep your eyes on the sky and remember, if it looks like UFO, sounds like UFO, it's probably a duck. And you're probably about to be the next top secret government cover up and experiment where they probe you like a lot. All right, let's shift gears here. That was pretty good. Let's shift gears. Shift a little gears, and we're going to go into this day in aviation. I don't even know what day is it. What day is it? July 12th? Ooh. Let's see. On July 12th, 1980, the first McDonnell Douglas KC-10 A extender made its first flight in Long Beach, California, with company test pilots Walt Smith and George Jansen, flight engineer Lee Hazel, flight test engineer Guy Lowry. Based on the DC-10 commercial transport, this aerial tanker can carry 356,000 pounds of fuel, using a flying boom to refuel Air Force aircraft in flight. In fact, I believe it's retired now. It could also carry pallets, cargo, shit like that. But yeah, I believe it is retired. Let's see, 12 July 1957, President Dwight D. Eisenhower was the first United States president to fly in a helicopter when a U.S. Air Force Sioux, owned by Major Barrett, SMR, or the White House lawn for Camp David and presidential retreat in the Calcasieu Mountains of Maryland. Also on board was the U.S. Secret Service, blah, blah, blah. Helicopter was intended to rapidly move the president from White House to Andrews Air Force Base, whereas Lockheed Constellation would be standing. Nice, dude. Cool. That's a cool helicopter. Bell H-13J Suix. Crazy. That's cray. Let's see. What else? A lot of words. All right. That wraps up this day in aviation. Let's get to some news. Oh, top stories. This is Air Force Times. I'm in Air Force Times. Here with me. This is a top story. Some A-10 warthogs may dodge retirement under proposed Senate bill. Oh, good. It's fucking stupid for them to retire this thing. I know it's old. A lot of people who say it doesn't have its place in combat. Everything else can do what it does. You're wrong. Shut the fuck up. Budget. Let's see. Some A-10 warthogs can get a reprieve from total, and this from Air Force Times, not me. Reprieve from total retirement as Congress moves to reverse guns cuts, dramatic cuts in its proposed fiscal 2026 budget. Pentagon's budget, which Department released in June, calls the Air Force to retire its remaining 162 plane fleet of A-10 attack aircraft. 2 years earlier than originally intended. It also calls for canceling the E-7 Wedgetail in favor of the E-T Hawkeyes and space-based sensors, cutting the planned purchase of F-35 Joint Strike Fighters down to 24 or nearly in half. Both E-7 and F-35 cuts sent shockwaves to the Air Force community, prompted 16 retired four-star generals and 6 former chief of staff to speak out against change. The top congressional leaders urging lawmakers to change course. Oh, let's see. Committees and they will require the Air Force to keep at least 103 warthogs in 2026 and add 10 more F-35s to service by 35. To buy 35 of the fighters. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's buy more. Let's fucking buy more. DARPA ends cargo seaplane program. What? Eyes new uses for tech. What? Cargo seaplane program. The DARPA has ended its experiment to create a heavy cargo seaplane. Nearly 3-year-old Liberty Lifter program was intended to design and build a possibly float and fly a long-range, low-cost seaplane that could take off and land in rough seas. DARPA said in 2023 that it wanted the plane to have roughly the same size capacity as C-17 Globemaster, which can carry more than 170,000 pounds of cargo, such as M1 Abrams tanks. Oh, wow. That's interesting. I'm always trying to fucking build and engineer something, man. Let's see what else we got. Let I'm trying to find some other things here. Oh. All right, let's go to war. Let's see what's going on here. Sorry, guys. Got sidetracked there for a second. All right. Yeah. B-1B to finally get new external pylons, drastically expanding missile potential. Boom on KC-46 tanker just broke off during F-22 refueling mission. That's the one I want to see. This is crazy, dude. Come on me here for a second. Take a short break, real quick. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to talk to the phone here real quick. All right. Let's see. U.S. Air Force K-46 Pegasus tankers lost its boom transmission today off the coast of Virginia. KC-46 been F-22 Raptor fighters refueling mission at the time. Dang, dude. It just fell off, huh? Just fell off, bro. Maybe there's a video of it. Here, I'm gonna see. Here, I'm gonna try to share. Okay, I'm gonna try to share a screen. Maybe you guys can hear this video.
Giant Killer fell 8-1 emergency.
Fell 8-1 confirm emergency.
Affirmative, fell 8-1. Our boom has detached from the aircraft. We're going to continue westbound, likely going to be headed toward Langley.
Fell 8-1, say altitude requested.
We're going to maintain 240 for now, running checklist, fell 8-1.
One, are you requesting any services at field? Giant Killer. Fell 8-1, advise when you're ready for your turn.
Stand by, fell 8-1.
Apparently, that was the ATC audio, which, hey, cool. That sucks. Man, that would just it wouldn't be fucking cool at all, man. Another one of the tankers lost its boom while refueling an F-15E Strike Eagle off the coast, California last year. What is going on with the booms, dude? What is going on? It's the booms, bro. Navy puts gutted FA-XX next generation fighter program in a wish list to Congress. Reports. F-22 Raptors will be the first control fighter drone collaborative combat aircraft China's mysterious chronoplan seen in full for first time. Ooh, China has an chronoplan, dude. Holy shit, things are getting real, dude. Okay, if you don't know what a chronoplan is, look up the Caspian Sea Monster. Holy shit, bro. Yeah, look up the Caspian Sea Monster and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Those things are crazy, dude. You know what I mean? Woo! Shoo! Let's see what else. China's 2 CJ-20 stealth fighter poised to enter operational service. Wah, 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 wah. ASMR. ASMR. Sorry, guys. Trying to multitask here. Trying to multitask. Hope everyone is doing okay. Let's see. What else? What else? We're talking about China's 2-seat fucking operational service thing here. No. No, sir, I don't like it. Fuck that piece of shit. Dude, you guys want to play some? You guys want to hear an F-15 starting? I'm gonna play an F-15 starting, and you guys are just gonna have to listen up. All right, you guys are just gonna have to listen. We listen, and we don't judge. All right. Here we go. Come on, bro. Pull the handle, dude. It's taking so long. Here we go. I believe it's F-15C starting up. Ooh, do you hear it? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's freedom. Freedom is a free because folks like you and me. Freedom is a $1.05. Wow, that's the right motor started. You guys have ever crewed a F-15? I have. Watched one thousands of times. Well, probably not thousands, but a lot. All right, ready for the second motor? Here we go. Listen. Oh, sorry about that. I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm back. Anyways, that was an F-15 starting up. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Figured you'd give you something, some a little tasty, some to fill in some, you know, something to fill some minutes for a second. But yeah, I think we're gonna call it on this one. It's been a good episode. I'm gonna head out. Thank you everybody for listening. Thank you everybody for following, sharing, liking, doing all that stuff. I love you guys. Thanks to all of our patrons. Grigory, the mayor, Goodyear, Ricky Freeland, and fucking Cody. I love you guys. And if you'd like to join them as well, donate to the channel. You can donate $5 a month at Keys to the Jet or at sorry. You can go to patreon.com/Keys to the Jet podcast. Donate $5 I'm getting t-shirts made currently for patrons. So if you're a patron, you get a free t-shirt. And I have new designs coming out, which means you'll get a discount as well and early access. I have about 4 or 5 designs coming out right now. Or coming out soon. The next probably month or two. So I just have to get them made and see how the quality is going to be. And once that, I'll show them off to you. Only if you want to get one. Okay. All right. Remember, you can find us all on the socials: YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, Rumble, TikTok. We're everywhere. So I will catch you on the next one. I love you guys. Be kind to each other. See ya. What?